Okay, I'm not gonna cry. Okay, but I do have a little time. Okay, there we go. All right, and since I'm getting older now, you gotta go with the glasses. Okay, all right. Jacket fits good. First of all, I'd like to say thank you to the University of Miami. It's been great to me, great start on life. I love the University of Miami. Dr. President Shalala, for giving me an opportunity to go back to school and finish up. That was very nice of everyone there, and it meant a lot, especially and my grandmother got a great chance to see that. The Hall of Fame committee, thank you. I want to say thank you to everybody on the committee, but I would like to say that it's about time, but we'll leave that alone. Because I thought that after a point, hell, I wasn't going to never get in. So I started working on other things in life. Congrats to all the inductees. I'm honored to be up here with you guys. And, man, what a great list. I still can't believe it. My grandparents, I want to say thank you to them. They're no longer with us, Miss Iris Thomas and Mr. Nathaniel Thomas, but they were the start of my life, and I want to thank them. My parents who are here, Lerone and Tara, I want to say thank you to them. My mom, on Saturday mornings, I would wake up and she'd be holding my hand. I thought she was the weirdest lady in the world. But she was holding my hands, and she would be rubbing them and saying, one day these hands are going to make you a lot of money. She was smart. My dad, thank you, man, for all the lessons in life. You taught me a lot of great lessons, not to be a quitter for one, and just to keep going and keep pushing. I thank you, and we've become such great friends over these years, and you're my man. My brothers and sisters, my brothers, Eric is not here. He's a golf pro in Gainesville. My brother Darren is here with his wife Keisha and his little son, Little Jet. His name is Jonah. I call him Little Jet. He's probably asleep right now. But Darren, he was a recipient. He actually was my fake-out guy in the yard. So we're 8 years apart. He knew he couldn't tackle me, but he helped me with all my moves. So I want to thank him for all that. And my sister Jessica, I'm so proud of her. We call ourselves the bookends. We're the first and the last, and she's here at the University of Miami. Basketball player. Number 3, she's also a great golfer. Okay, get that out there. My aunt and uncle, Patricia Carter, and my uncle who's no longer with us, Dr. Matt King Carter. I want to say thank you to my auntie for you guys provided me with a lot of love and a place to go get a good meal here in South Florida, a place to get my clothes washed, and Uncle Mac would always sneak me a couple of dollars here and there, so I appreciate that. My high school coaches, Coach Al Warnke, Bubba McGowan, who was my first receiver coach, Rick Swain, who was coaching at Boynton Beach, gave me my first job, and my high school principal, Miss May Isler, who said I was going to be someone one day, and she put me in all communications courses, and I was really a shy kid until that point. So, Don Solinger, man, thank you so much. You came and rescued me from that evil place of Gainesville. We found out that he gave us all the same lines. We were talking earlier. He I don't want to say too loud to all the kids out here, but his recruiting tool to myself and Clinton Portis is, don't BS me. Are you coming or not? That's all he said. Coach Johnson gave me an opportunity. He said basically in my house, I can't promise you your son will start, but hell, he'll get to compete against the best athletes day in and day out. And I said, that's where I'm going because I love the fact of the competition. Dennis Harrison, who was like a father to me, I love the man, great guy. He actually was very, important in this role of me getting the job at Louisville. He was good friends with Coach Bobby Petrino, so he's always taking care of me. My wide receiver coaches, Hubbard Alexander, Bob Rakowski, and Rich Olson. Now being a wide receiver coach, I understand why Coach Olson smoked so much. I know I must have gave those guys hell. Art Kehoe, man, let me tell you something. I thought that guy lived in the facility. I love his passion, and actually as a coach now, I kind of, I try to be like him, because every day he gave me something that would motivate me in the passion. I mean, most of the time it was, Michael Irvin was way better than you. So this is every day at freaking practice. So some other people at the university, I need to say, Dr. Anna Price and Roger Bell were on me about getting my education. I definitely appreciate that. Father Leo, I can't even say nothing about you, man. Kevin O'Neill and Brad Roll, who's my strength coach. He was actually my strength coach with the Dolphins and Tampa Bay Buccaneers too. We came to an understanding that weightlifting was not my thing. Okay, I was there for two things: first downs and touchdowns, and he left me alone. So, my roommates, Charles Farms, who's here, Carlos Etheridge, and the great Michael Barrow. Those great roommates to start off a freshman year. Michael Barrow always tried to bully us, but me and Charles would always find a way to beat him up. So don't tell him I said that. But great roommates. And one of my other roommates after my senior year, Dave Levins is here. He was actually my press agent. He gave me all those lines to come up with. I'm not that smart, but he basically gave me all those clever lines. My quarterbacks, Craig Erickson, Gino Toretta, thank you so much. Gino, I'm still a little pissed off with you for two reasons. One, you didn't say my name during the Heisman ceremony. Well, actually, I could say three, because you wore white socks, too. And third, you didn't throw me my record-breaking catch, my pass. You let Frank Costa throw it to me because you pulled yourself out the game against San Diego State. Never forgot that. So thank you to Frank Costa, wherever he is. The bomb squad, okay? These are the receivers that I looked up to: Michael Irvin, Eddie Brown, Brian Blaze, Andre Brown, Dale Dawkins, Randall Hill, and Wesley Carroll. I owe those guys a lot, man. They showed me the ropes, good and bad. The Ruthless Posse. Horace Copeland, Kevin Williams, and Darrell Spencer. Man, those guys were really good, and I love them to death. I wasn't as good as those guys, but, I mean, just the fact that we competed every day and made each other better, man, I love those guys. My teammates, some of them are here today. I saw Sapp, I saw Darren Crine, Chad Wilson, Greg Mark. I love my teammates. We went through a lot of hard times. We had some losses. We lost Kevin Gibbs, some tragedies, and that was tough. And those 110s during the summer, tough. But we got through them. But I love my teammates, man. I have 4 boys: Chandler, Miles, Jamar, and Trey. Jamar's actually here with my fiance, Erin, in the back. And I want him to understand this. When I went to college, I had a plan. And just like I tell my the guys I coach, you got to have a plan to be successful. I had a top 10 list that I took out of one of the programs and I put on the back of the door, and it had a lot of great names on it. But my plan was to check them off one by one until I got to that main guy, Michael Irvin. Yeah, you. And you got to have something to motivate you. And he was my motivator, because I told him when I came on my official visit that I was going to break his record. And he looked at me and laughed. So when I did break his record, he sent me a lithograph of himself. And the message read, Records are meant to be broken. Congratulations, LT, you deserve it. But if you ever forget what a great receiver looks like, look up over your bed at my picture. My motivators in this whole thing was fear. I had 3 motivators. Fear, I was afraid. There were so many great players at the University of Miami, and I just wanted to fit in. I didn't know if I was good enough, so every day I showed up to practice to get better. That's all I wanted to do was just get better every day. And I didn't want to fail. I didn't want to be a failure in life. I didn't want to fail. I knew there were people in Gainesville and Ocala, where I'm from, that were just waiting on me to come home and say, I told you so, because I didn't go to that stinking University of Florida. And third, and most importantly, I wanted the respect of my teammates. That's all I ever wanted. I wanted them to know that later on in life, when you say, hey, did you play with Lamar Thomas, or was he on the team with you? I want them to say, yeah, he was a great teammate. He had a great passion for the game. And when the game was on the line, we knew we could count on him. And receiving this award, receiving this induction, is definitely confirmation. Thank you, and go Canes.